Hello everyone, welcome to Supreme Starters YouTube channel. And today is our first session on magazine. As I have already told in the introduction classes, I'll try to take classes from the Yojana magazine, and this one I have taken from the Yojana magazine only. Direct benefit transfer from the Yojana June 2023 edition, this month edition only, June 2023 edition only I have taken. And this article title in the Yojana magazine is Direct Benefit Transfer, a Global Role Model. So that is the title of this particular article. So I have consolidated the important points and I have written here. And in the Telegram, I will share the data and also some important points in the PDF format. So you can use that also. And in this session, we will see some important points about direct benefit transfer. And this is very important topic because you can use this in the general studies paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, because that much of importance this article is having. Especially corruption, for corruption free governance, this GBT is very important, one of the vital things. So you can use this direct benefit transfer on the 4 papers, on all the 4 papers, and even in the essay paper also you can use this particular topic. So that much of importance this is having. So now let us go into the article. So DBT, direct benefit transfer. So why we need direct benefit transfer? Direct benefit transfer means what? So direct benefit transfer means transferring the benefits directly to the people. So that is the direct benefit transfer, and why it is followed in India. So first we have to go from the introduction. India is a welfare state, as you have known, all of you have known, because the term socialist is indicated in the preamble itself. That means we are going to be a socialist state. That means we will be like using the public resource for the welfare of the people. So this is the welfare. So this is the meaning of the welfare state. That the state will work for the welfare of the, especially the economically and weaker section, economically deprived and weaker sections. The state will provide, the government will provide the help for the welfare. So that is the welfare state. So in the welfare state means so in the Constitution of India itself, it has given that 2 important things. That means one is Article 21. You would have known Article 21. That means right to life. So right to life should be provided for. It's a constitutional right, fundamental right. So if it should be provided for all the citizens, irrespective of the rich or poor, irrespective of the caste. Everybody should have their right to life. So basic, what is the right to life? Basic, the basic thing is food. That means a poverty free or some kind of food shelter. So these are the basic things, and for this enforcement of the constitutional right, state should deploy its resources. That means state should have that welfare policies to make that happen. Also, we are having the directive principles of state policy that is indicated in the constitution itself, and that also says it gives some directions that state should frame the policies for the economically weaker section, also the economic and socially weaker section. So for this, the government is making policies for the welfare of the people. You know, all you would have known everything. And from the independence, how it has been done. So how it acts. That means how the government has transferred that policies. I mean that welfare schemes to the people, means it is using through the intermediate agencies. So through the intermediate agencies only they have transferred their welfare policies for the people. For example, you know that public distribution system, it has been there in India since 1970s. So for that, ration shops has been used as the intermediary, like Food Corporation of India, we can say. These are all the intermediaries used to bring the welfare for the people. And one more example we can say is old age pension, widow pension. So before the direct benefit transfer come into force, what has been done is those amounts, those subsidies or those monies will be transferred into the postal department, post office, and the postal agent they will work as an intermediary, and they will distribute the money to the eligible old age people. So that was the case before that. So these are these things we have adopted. India has adopted this kind of intermediaries for the welfare of the people. But one important thing we have to notice, all these schemes, this intermediaries. So the intermediaries they are there. So what has been the bigger problem is corruption, and also rich people. Rich people also got the benefit. So we know that the enforcement, the policy is going to be enforced through a intermediate agency only. So what if that intermediate agency, the people who are working in there, if they can do anything, I mean they can include the richer people also, with the corruption, with the bribes, and they can exclude the needy people also. So that has been the case actually. You would have known many rich people got the benefits. I mean, like what and all has been framed for the welfare of the poor or needy, that has been misused by the rich people also. Also, basically, these subsidies, they have been provided as direct subsidies also, like in the case of fuels, I mean that LPG connections you would have known. Also in the case of electricity, so electricity means you cannot determine who is the rich and the poor, and electricity subsidy went to all the people. I mean, instead of rich or poor, it has been given to all the people. That means wastage, the wastage of subsidies. So even a mere amount also, it means a wastage, because using that money, government can use it for a capital expenditure or for other welfare schemes they can frame and they can use. So that all has been affected because of these subsidies. I mean, the subsidies program. So to overcome these difficulties only, this DBT has been launched, and this DBT, direct benefit transfer, has been launched on around 2013. So 2013 only it has been launched, and one of the biggest schemes which is using this DPT is Pagal, the LPG subsidy scheme, where the customer will get the direct the subsidies directly into their bank account from the Ministry of Petroleum. So this has been the case actually. So as it has been indicated, one of the main things economic survey has noted is we have the tremendous growth. You all know that after the LPG reforms, I mean liberalization, privatization, globalization reforms, we have seen some tremendous growth. Even we have reached around 10%, 8 to 10% growth during that 2000 to 2008 period. But we had that growth, but still inequality has expanded. I mean that growth went to the top section only. I mean top 1% of the society only got that growth. So that inequality, it was still expanded, and we still had that poverty people or low income people or lower middle class people. So they still have. As you have known, NFSA Act, there are 81.31 crore people. So out of total population, 81.31 crore population is covered under the National Food Security Act. Actually, that means what? They are all in the bracket of low income people only. So they are in need of that food subsidies. I mean, like through the NFSA, they need that food subsidy. So almost more than 70% of people are in the low income level only in India. So we have to reduce the gap. So that gap can be reduced by effectively giving the subsidy. I mean, effectively providing the welfare schemes through that DBT. So that is a major impact of DBT. That means direct benefit transfer has given actually. So price subsidies, it benefited the rich, and as I have told, the schemes that you have to indicate. So these are all the shortcomings of the previous price subsidy scheme. Especially you take that electricity subsidy or fuel subsidy, it has no demarcation between rich or poor. So that has greatly impacted the government. I mean, that greatly wasted the government resource, government support schemes. So what happened is, after that DBT came, it does have an impact, because it targeted the beneficiary. I mean, it actually indicated who is the beneficiary through what? Through JAM. Through JAM. JAM means Jandan. Jandan means accounts, zero balance accounts. Aadhaar, and then M means mobile number. So this becomes an identity for identifying the beneficiaries. This has been used so that rich people, they will automatically get out. They will automatically rolled out of the scheme, because Aadhaar, everything is, that the Aadhaar is linked with the income tax now, that PAN number also, so that their PAN, so that cross sharing, that the sharing of information will be done. So if anyone who does have that income tax payer, they cannot come into the government scheme. So it will target the needy people. So that is one of the huge benefit that DBT has got. That means direct benefit transfer is having. So as I already told, why it is very important is, it has reduced the leakages and corruptions. So corruption, as I have already told, actually there are two kind of DBT. One is direct benefit, and another one is in kind. So what is the in kind transfer? In kind transfer means, you take the example of public distribution system now. The beneficiaries will be given the free food. I mean, free the subsidized rice only after the Aadhaar biometric authentication. So that means using the Aadhaar biometric authentication, government can get the data how many people has got that food subsidies. I mean, subsidized rate, subsidized supplies at the subsidized products. So then they can transfer that particular amount into the ration shops or the Food Corporation of India. So here in kind of transfer is happening. So that means leakages automatically gets reduced. You know the ration shops, how many leakages we have faced earlier, because one of the most fraud prone area is the ration shops. I mean public distribution system. So the corruption and leakages, it got actually it was hugely reduced because of the DBT. Also, as I already told, National Social Assistance Program. We have that DBT has been rolled out for these programs. I mean PM Kisan, then pension for old and disabled people, widows. So under National Social Assistance Program. So as I told previously, old age people, even I have that experience where that particular postman will get some kind of money. Like if 1,000 is getting the 1,000 is the amount that old age people will get, means they will take the 100 as the commission. So then remaining amount only will go to them. Even my grandma has faced the issue like this, I know. So after that direct transfer came, I mean DBT came, that amount directly came into the account of the beneficiaries, and no leakages, I mean no kind of leakages were there. So the entire amount has been beneficial for that users. So this kind of impact it has produced, the DBT is produced. So DBT is one of the very DBT has produced that has given that scope actually for corruption free or leakage free medium, I mean medium of transfer. So far we have seen DBT benefits also. How DBT has been used for the welfare schemes. So what is the main mode it's using, actually how it is identifying the targeted beneficiaries? So it is through the Aadhaar. So as you have no Aadhaar, it is a unique number. So previously if you see the ration shops, or if you take the ration public distribution system ration shops, one person will have multiple ID cards, you would have known. So one person will have ID card in for example in Chennai he will have one ration card, in Madurai he will have one ration card, and he will get the rice from both the shops. So that is one of the major reasons where huge leakages came. Actually ration shops had that much of leakages because of this kind of duplication only. So Aadhaar, it has completely eroded that duplication. So since it is a unique number, no one person, no single person can have two Aadhaar. So it will be like a unique identifier for each person. So this is one of the major impact it has given since in PDS, I mean in National Food Security Act implementation. So in public distribution, every ration shops, it is taking the Aadhaar authentication. Then only it will provide that the subsidized food supplies. So Aadhaar has done a huge benefit in case of duplication. So all kind of duplication it has eroded. And also the customers, like for example, if you take one person is getting some kind of benefits or some kind of benefits from the old age pension scheme, and that person is getting the same benefit from another scheme which is not itself is eligible by way of date of birth misrepresentation. Like in one ID card he will have that one date of birth, and in another ID card he will have another date of birth. So for the both schemes he will claim. So that kind of things are eroded because in Aadhaar you can have only one single date of birth. So you cannot duplicate in that kind of scenes also. So Aadhaar is mainly used for identifying and authenticating the intended beneficiaries. So what under all the beneficiaries, they will be targeted or they will be identified and authenticated through the Aadhaar usage. So Aadhaar, you would have known that it is been implemented to the UIDAI, and UIDAI is maintaining one separate database for all the Aadhaar identification. So no one can get into that Aadhaar database, and they can deduplicate or they can give the misinformation in the database. So everything is foolproof with respect to the Aadhaar database set.